most people think, okay, well, we can put ads in it.
Hmm.
We can subscribe, which is what YouTube is basically doing with some of their multi-channel networks now. But what are some of the
Yes.
other options as far as monetizing this multi-platform content?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. One of the things that my new partnership is focused on, Four Screens Partners, is brand integration.
Hmm.
So you can integrate the brand right into your content. That's one way that I think is huge. It does take a little bit more lead time because you have to get the brand on board with what you're doing, and then they might have a say in the creation of your content.
Hmm.
Then there's also where you just team up with a branding partner. And then from there, maybe their brand is not so much integrated in, but they're the sponsors of your content. So I think some of those old models that were used in early TV still play out, and can be used at this time. So I think those are really the two ways that I see being able to monetize it. The other way, obviously, is cross-platforming.
Hmm.
Give you an example of what we did with Diary of a Single Mom. We were able to make that show, and we knew we were making it for the web, but we also knew we were going to cross-platform it. So in that respect, we made it with the idea of we wanted people, celebrities, people who had a certain cachet in the marketplace.
Hmm.
So when we did the casting, we made sure we had a solid cast. So then we were able to take that content that was now created for the web and take it to TV. So now you have the ability to sell it on TV. We were also then able to also re-edit it and then put it out as DVD on a movie. So we were able to take it from one platform to two other platforms that already have proven monetization models
Hmm.
and get the content out there. So I think people need, and that's kind of what I was saying when you're creating. If you take a little bit more time in your creative process, you can think of these ways to say, okay, I know I'm making this for YouTube or whatever that platform is. What can I do with it afterwards? Because then I own it. So
Hmm.
where can it live in its next iteration? And I think that's important. So, I just think a little bit of thought, but those are the three ways I really see people can monetize and start to make some money.
Okay. So, am I hearing that when you're thinking of create one, when you're in your pre-production phase,
Hmm.
that is the best time to start thinking about how to monetize the content, or do you wait until the product is finished and then start figuring out the monetization element?
Yeah, I would say, pre-production. And I know that's a term we use. We're in the business, so we say pre-production, but I say when you're sitting around thinking about, what you're going to do next, that's when you should be thinking, okay, how do I monetize this? You're putting in your time and effort. And I'm not saying drown in it because, some people want to get something out there to the world. But I'm saying think about it, go through the process, go through the exercise and build that muscle so that, maybe not on your first one, maybe you just want to get to market. But on your third episode, now you're like, okay, well, this is what we want to do. And okay, this is how we can monetize it. So I think there's a few different approaches, but I always say it's best to think about it in pre production or just when you're conceptualizing what you want to do.
Mhm.
Start thinking about the monetization and how it can be done.
Okay.